All right, so now I'm going to show you guys one of my favorites parts of Notability, and that is the auto backup feature that it has. So I'm in version 5.41 again, and to access it, we're going to go into our settings, the bottom left-hand corner, and it's the first one that pops up in settings. Okay, so you can choose to have it auto backup to Dropbox, Google Drive, Box, WebDAV, or you can turn it off. I would suggest that we all use Google Drive for it, since we are already using Google Drive for many different things. So the first time you use it, you're going to have to log into your Google Drive accounts. And so you just have to log in, sign in, and you're going to grant Notability access to your Google Drive. And that's important so that it can create a folder with where it stores all of your backup files. So let me show you. You can change the settings within Auto Backup. If you hit the gear there, and then you can see that it's got my destination folder here. You can change that if you want to. Whenever you turn this on, it automatically defaults. It creates a folder called Notability for you already. So I would just leave that as it is. And then the file format, you can choose a different file format. I like the PDF plus recording, but I kind of go back and forth. I could see where a note file as a backup would be very handy. If you do the note file, it wouldn't really be able to pull it up on, like, if you guys were using the computer lab on a PC. But it would be a little bit better if you're backing up just for the iPad and not worried about any of that other stuff. I still like the PDF plus the recordings, so that I have at least a file of my voice recordings. And the PDF is just, it's just an easier format to upload, to bring into other documents and other things. So I like using the PDF, but that's up to y'all. And then down here, you could choose which subjects it backs up to. So if you remember, we have dividers and we have subjects within those dividers. And then the notes go into those subjects. Well, those subjects, that's how, like, our folders are going to be kind of divided out that way as well, so that the notes, the PDFs that are backed up, are going to be inside of those subjects. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like. Let me get out of here. I'm going to close this. Okay, so inside, I dropped in a couple just random PDF files inside of science and inside of astronomy. So inside astronomy, I got some astronomy notes. So let's say in here, I want to type in my name, or I'm going to write my name. Write it in black here. All right. You can see my terrible handwriting there. I love it. But so I had a PDF in here in my notes already. I just modified it by adding my name into it. So whenever you modify a note and you go back into your menu, you can see down at the bottom it's backing it up automatically. I didn't have to choose anything to happen. It just does it automatically for me. Let's say that I'm in my math class and I'm not given a PDF, but I'm starting to take some notes. Maybe I'm listening to some lecture on probabilities. So I'm going to create a note, and let's just name it Probability Intro. Okay. This one's defaulted to have lined paper. And I could just start typing in whatever. Probabilities. Are awesome. So, typed in my little notes here, and whenever I go back out of it, you can see at the bottom again, it is automatically backing up my note that I just created and putting it into my Google Drive. Okay, so on my iPad, let me show you my Google Drive now so you can see where the files are. So inside my drive, there is a folder that Notability created for me, and it's just called Notability. So you can open that up. And then it's got my folders in here. It's got my dividers, astronomy, probabilities, setups. And I'm sorry, those are my subjects. So remember, my notes go inside of my subjects. So let's go into astronomy, and I could pull up the astronomy notes PDF, and I should see my name at the top. Yep, there's my name. So everything looks good there. And then I could go back and let's look inside of probabilities, and here is the beginning of my notes for probabilities. Probabilities are awesome. Close that out. Okay, now notice that it doesn't have all of my subjects in here. It's only going to create the subjects in there whenever you have a note inside that subjects. So like right now, there's nothing to back up inside of, let's say, my history divider. Inside of my Texas history subject, there's nothing in there, so it's not going to back up anything. Let's go back to my Notability. That is the auto backup feature inside of Notability.